My cousin stole the money for my son's surgery, laughed he'll be fine, kids heal fast, and flew to Paris. A week later, she paid the price. Hey everyone. Before we kick off today's video, I've got a favor to ask. We've noticed our channel isn't getting as much love lately, and subscribing is one of the easiest ways you can help us out. It's quick, free, and it means we can keep bringing you awesome content. Your support really means a lot, so let's work together to keep this channel growing. Thanks a bunch. Now, let's dive into the video. So, the other day I was scrolling through Instagram and saw my cousin Kelly living it up, holding a glass of champagne on a flight to Paris. At first, something seemed a bit off, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Then I noticed her fancy designer carry-on in the next picture, and my heart just sank. That was the same day I discovered my savings were wiped out of my account. I'm still trying to wrap my head around what's gone down in the last couple of days, and maybe writing all of this out will help me sort out my next move. Here's the thing, my little guy, Koa, who's 7, needs surgery to fix his leg. He was born with this condition that makes walking a challenge. It's not life or death, but it really affects his day-to-day life. The doctors say the surgery will help him to walk and run just like other kids, play soccer, and do all the fun stuff he dreams about. I've been saving up for 2 whole years, working extra hours, sacrificing weekends and holidays to build up that surgery fund to $122,000. It's a fortune for me, working in a factory and raising Koa on my own. We even had this thing where Koa and I would check the balance occasionally, dreaming about all the things he'd do after the surgery. Kelly moved in temporarily with my sister Violet about 3 months ago after she lost her job. She was around a lot, playing with Koa and bringing him little treats. Looking back, I should have picked up on the signs. She always asked about the surgery details, the money, and which account it was in. I naively thought she was just being supportive. Last Thursday, I logged into my account during lunch at work to sort some finances, and bam, the surgery fund was gone. Just like that. I immediately called the bank, and they confirmed there had been several transfers to a different account over the past week. They were sneaky, smaller amounts, likely hoping I wouldn't notice right away. My stomach turned. I tried calling Kelly, but got nothing, and then I saw her Instagram stories, airport, champagne, Eiffel Tower, each post felt like a punch to the gut. She wasn't even trying to hide it. I reached out to Violet, and she was just as dumbfounded. She mentioned Kelly had talked about Paris but believed she had been saving up for it. Violet apologized, saying she had no idea Kelly used her Wi-Fi and sometimes even her laptop. Koa asked me why I looked so upset yesterday. How do you tell a 7-year-old that someone he loves just took away his chance to walk normally? He even showed me the Eiffel Tower keychain Kelly gave him last week, the same keychain she likely bought with his surgery money. This morning, I finally got a hold of Kelly on WhatsApp. Her profile picture was her at a cafe, croissant in hand. When I confronted her about the money, her response was infuriating. "Oh come on, Harvey, you're being dramatic. It's not like it's emergency surgery. He'll be fine. Kids heal fast, and I really needed this trip. Do you know how depressing it is being unemployed?" And then she had the nerve to say she'll pay me back eventually. Like my son's childhood can just hang around waiting for whenever she feels like it. I've documented it all, every transfer, the timestamps, our conversations. I'm not letting this slide. Kelly seems to think family ties mean she can just help herself to my money without facing the music. Well, she's about to get a wake-up call. Violet's helping me figure out what to do next. The bank's investigating, but it's tricky since Kelly had access to my Wi-Fi and devices at home. She knew what she was doing, making it look like those transfers were from my IP. The surgery was supposed to happen next month. Now, I have to call and cancel. The thought of telling Koa makes me sick. He's been counting down the days on his calendar, so excited about playing soccer with his friends after he heals. I'm not looking for advice on whether to press charges, that decision's already made. I'm heading to the police tomorrow morning. What I'm struggling with is how to break it to my son that his surgery isn't happening anytime soon, and that someone he loves chose a vacation over his future. Meanwhile, Kelly keeps posting her Paris adventure online like nothing's changed. So, here's the deal, Kelly's been posting these picture-perfect stories from Paris, with designer shops, fancy restaurants, and all the tourist must-sees, acting like life's a dream. Every post is tagged with her location, and I know all this is paid for with the money that was supposed to help my son, Koa, walk. The kicker? She even had the audacity to snap a photo of a charity donation box at Notre Dame and caption it "feeling blessed giving back." I've muted her everywhere, but my sister Violet keeps sending me screenshots, telling me to document everything. Honestly, Violet's got a point, Each post feels like a confession of where Koa's surgery money really went. What's really mind-boggling is some family members are trying to smooth things over. They're saying, "Oh, she's having a hard time. She'll pay it back." Like that's supposed to make everything okay, like my kid's childhood is just collateral damage for Kelly's rough patch. I'm not letting this slide, not this time. Koa deserves way better than eventually. Update, Kelly just dropped another story. She's at some rooftop bar, toasting with a glass of wine and captioning it "Living my best life, sorry not sorry." Yeah, keep posting, Kelly. Keep showing everyone who you really are. Meanwhile, I'll be hitting the police station first thing tomorrow. First off, thanks to everyone who supported my last post. It's been a crazy week, nothing like I expected. Filing a police report? I thought that was the hardest part. Turns out, it was just the start. The cops said since Kelly had access to my Wi-Fi and devices while staying at my place, it's a civil matter. They took my statement and all the documentation, but they told me I'd probably need to take it to small claims court. Not what I was hoping for, but at least it's all officially recorded now. Meanwhile, Kelly's Paris saga keeps unfolding on social media like it's some twisted reality show. She just posted a video showing off 3 luxury handbags, new shoes, and what she's calling her Paris wardrobe upgrade. The amount she casually mentioned spending could cover Koa's surgery and recovery therapy. She's even tagging the stores and adding, "Living my dreams." Just wow. Here's where it gets interesting. Remember Violet? She did some digging and found out Kelly's been spinning different tales to different family members. To our aunts, she's claimed I offered to help fund her fresh start. To our cousins, she says it was a loan we agreed on. To her parents, she insisted I was being generous because she's family. All these stories have one thing in common: somehow, I'm the bad guy for wanting it back. Kelly's parents called me last night, trying to offer help with some of the money to keep peace in the family. Their idea of help? $2,000 paid in installments over 6 months. Apparently, that's a fair solution when their daughter swiped $12,000 meant for her cousin's disabled child. I told them I'd rather see them in court. The silence on their end was really telling. Koa's been asking questions. He's a smart kid, noticed I took down the calendar where we were counting down to his surgery date. I tried to explain that we need to wait a little longer, but he just looked at me with those big eyes and asked if it's because cousin Kelly needed the money more than him. He's only 7, and he's already learning some tough lessons about family. Got a text from Kelly this morning saying, "Look, I get you're mad, but you're making this bigger than it needs to be. I'm not stealing, I'm borrowing. Besides, what's the rush? It's not like Koa's dying or anything. Kids are resilient." Yeah, like that makes it okay. Violet's been incredible through all this. She's helping me document everything and even set up a spreadsheet tracking every purchase Kelly's flaunting on social media, evidence, she calls it. And she's right, Kelly's basically building our case for us with every post and story. The family's split now. Half think I should be understanding because Kelly's going through a phase. The other half are horrified but don't want to get involved. Violet's the only one openly standing with me. She told our aunt, a phase is getting a bad haircut or dating a drummer, not stealing a child's surgery money. Had to make some tough calls today. First, I cancelled Koa's surgery reservation. The hospital put us back on the wait list. So, I was on the waiting list, but we lost our initial spot. I called the bank again, and they're still looking into it, but at least they flagged those sneaky transfers. Small win, right? So today, Kelly finally picked up when I called. You won't believe her genius plan. She told me to start a GoFundMe because she's not able to pay right now. I reminded her about her recent designer shopping spree she flaunted online, and she actually said, "That's different. I need those for my image. How else am I supposed to network for a new job?" The kicker? Tonight, Kelly posted this long rant on Instagram about toxic family members and putting yourself first. She even threw in quotes about shaking off negative energy. It's almost funny if it weren't so maddening. I'm meeting with a lawyer next week, thanks to Violet, who found someone offering free first consultations. Of course, the family's calling me dramatic for lawyering up over family issues, but honestly? Watching Koa try to keep up with his friends at the park today, limping but determined, that's all the motivation I need. Here's the latest. Kelly got back from Paris, and instead of keeping a low profile, she's throwing a Paris-themed dinner party to flaunt her trip. She actually had the nerve to invite me and Koa, saying, "Let's put all this drama behind us." Koa would love his presence. Like, really? Some cheap souvenirs are supposed to make up for messing with his surgery fund? I've got my lawyer meeting set for Tuesday, and Kelly doesn't know yet, but she's about to find out that actions have consequences, family or not. She thinks I'm overreacting? Fine. Let's see how she feels when she's served court papers at her fancy little Paris party. Update: sometimes karma needs a little nudge. After my last update, things got messier before they improved, but I finally found a way to make Kelly face reality. I skipped her Paris dinner party, but Violet went and recorded everything, just openly on her phone, like everyone else. Kelly was in full drama queen mode, showing off her Paris pics and bragging about her purchases. Then came the cherry on top, a video of her at a cafe, raising her glass and saying, "Shout out to my cousin Harvey's savings account for making this trip possible." Sorry, not sorry. Her friends were just laughing it up. I got the video from Violet ASAP. Kelly saw her recording and flipped out, yelling at Violet to delete it, saying it was just a joke and she was ruining the party. Total chaos ensued, with Kelly's parents trying to calm everyone while Kelly kept ranting about family betrayal. Here's the twist: remember how Kelly's been job hunting? Well, she actually landed a position starting next week. Not anymore. Violet found the job posting online. It was for a financial coordinator role, the kind that involves handling money and mentions high ethical standards. I sent a simple email to the hiring manager with links to Kelly's public social media posts about her trip. Just the facts, no drama. Kelly lost the job offer in a flash. That night, she showed up at my place, banging on the door, screaming about how I ruined her career. She was gonna pay me back with that job, apparently. It freaked Koa out, and I had to call the cops to get her to leave. They even recognized her from my earlier report about the theft. After seeing the party video, Kelly's parents finally switched gears and demanded she sell her designer stuff and Paris purchases to start paying back the money. Kelly's response? She locked herself in her old room and started posting Instagram stories about being attacked by toxic family members and how nobody gets her mental health struggles. The real moment of truth came during a family dinner at our grandparents'. So, Kelly was at it again, playing the victim card, but this time things took a turn. Our grandpa, who usually stays out of family squabbles, had finally had enough. He'd been quietly following her social media and saw her splashing cash meant for her son Koa's surgery on designer handbags instead. "You bought 3 designer bags while Koa can barely walk properly," he called her out, making the room drop dead silent. Kelly started crying, but for once, it seemed real, nothing like her usual theatrics. She was caught. Nobody was buying her tall tales anymore. Even her own parents had my back when I brought up the civil court case. Kelly tried pulling the family card, whining, "But I'm family. How could you do this to me?" My comeback was simple: Koa is family too. You picked handbags over his chance to walk. Things got real pretty fast. Kelly's mom started listing her recent buys online to sell them, while her dad got in touch with my lawyer to set up a repayment plan. Kelly wasn't having it though and tried resisting, but it was no use. No more family to back her up, and she couldn't hide behind excuses anymore. The designer bags? Up for grabs. Her Paris wardrobe? Also on the chopping block. Her folks even made her move back home and took control of her finances until everything squared up. Turns out, her Paris trip was just the tip of the iceberg, and she had other debts hidden away. Violet, bless her, was helping list all the stuff online, and every time Kelly saw another thing go, she kicked up a new fuss. Just the other day, she claimed some of those things were gifts we had no right to touch, but her mom shut it down quick with gifts bought with stolen money aren't gifts. The money's slowly trickling back, not enough for Koa's surgery yet, but we're getting there. Kelly's dad set up direct deposits to handle the debt. Kelly even tried to cancel it, but they've locked her out of any accounts now. The whole family dynamic has flipped. She's not getting invites to gatherings, her cousins dropped her on social media, and even her closest pals are starting to back off after seeing how she's handled this mess. Last night, Kelly posted some story, trying to play the victim again, like, "Sometimes hitting rock bottom makes you realize who you really are," and included a screenshot of her old Paris post she deleted. Maybe reality's finally hitting her, or maybe not, since I just got a text from her saying, "Hope you're happy, my life is ruined, and it's all your fault." But it's not my fault, Kelly. You got yourself here, and now everyone sees it. The court date is still set for next month, but her parents are urging her to settle before then. Either way, Koa will get his surgery money back eventually. It's just a matter of time. Final update: I didn't expect to be sharing more, but yesterday was a doozy. Karma finally caught up with Kelly in a totally unexpected way. It started at Koa's rescheduled surgery consultation. With her parents making those monthly payments, we finally had enough for the down payment. As I was in the waiting room doing paperwork, my phone blew up with texts. Kelly had shown up at her parents' place in full meltdown mode. She'd just been turned down from another job because her social media past kept haunting her. Every potential employer who Googled her found her braggy Paris pics showing off her misuse of borrowed money. The internet doesn't forget, right? Instead of owning up, she barged into their house, demanding they fix it. Her mom refused, and that's when Kelly snapped. She started grabbing her mom's designer bags, yelling that if they're selling her stuff, she'd sell theirs too. Her dad, who's learned to be ready for anything with Kelly, filmed the whole meltdown, not to shame her, but to document it all. In the video, you can hear her screaming, "You picked Harvey over me, your own daughter. Hope you're happy with your new favorite child." Her mom's clap back was perfect. "No, we chose right over wrong. We failed you by not teaching you the difference." That's when Kelly got destructive, grabbing her mom's phone, trying to delete the video, but it was already backed up to the cloud. In her rage, she even picked up a vase, a family heirloom from our great-grandmother, and smashed it against the wall. The neighbors heard the ruckus and called the cops. When the officers showed up, Kelly tried spinning a tale about her parents abusing her, but everyone knew the score by then. So, Kelly was trying to sell her stuff, but the cops, who remembered her from other run-ins at my place, weren't convinced by her story. Kelly's parents didn't press charges against her, but they did something that, for Kelly, was way worse. They cut her off completely. They stopped paying her phone bill, took away her emergency credit card, and told her she couldn't live at home anymore. They said she needed professional help and they'd support her through therapy, but nothing else until she took responsibility for her actions. Kelly didn't take it well. She went on a rampage on social media, sharing all sorts of scandalous stories about the family. Most of it was totally made up. She said things like Violet shoplifted, which never happened, and accused me of using money meant for Koa's surgery to gamble, completely untrue. She also claimed her parents had mistreated her, but in reality, they'd spoiled her. No one bought her stories because her followers had seen her flaunting her shopping adventures in Paris using borrowed money and watched her unravel over the past few months. The comments were ruthless. People reminded her she was the one who had stolen from her disabled cousin and was still playing the victim. She kept deleting the negative comments, but they kept coming back. Then, she uploaded a tearful video claiming she was being cyberbullied and needed a social media break for her mental health. But not even 10 minutes later, she was on her backup account, asking if anyone had a spare room. Spoiler alert, no one offered. Here's the kicker, remember that job she lost? The company reposted it, and guess who got it? Violet. She started last week. When Kelly found out, she stormed into the office, causing such a ruckus that security had to kick her out, and now she's got a trespassing warning. Meanwhile, the family had dinner without Kelly. Her parents handed over the final check to cover the surgery costs. While we were eating, Kelly started blowing up everyone's phones, alternating between threats and tearful pleas. Nobody answered. Her last message to me was something like, "I hope you're happy, turning everyone against me. I'll never forgive you for this." I didn't even reply. I was too busy getting Koa ready for the hospital because his surgery was the next morning. Before Kelly's mom left, she pulled me aside. She was tearful, but not angry. "Thank you," she said, "for having the guts to stand up to her. We should have done it ages ago." Then, this morning, something surprising happened. A package showed up at my door with an envelope inside containing $2,000 in cash and a note from Kelly. It said, "Dear Harvey and Koa, this is all I have left. I sold my laptop and some other things. I'm sorry it's not more. I'm sorry for everything. I know sorry isn't enough, but it's all I have right now. Kelly. I put that money into Koa's recovery fund. He'll need physical therapy after the surgery, so every dollar helps." As for Kelly, last I heard, she's in a youth hostel, applying for jobs under a new name, and finally starting therapy. Her parents are sticking to their guns, supporting her counseling but nothing else until she makes some real changes. Koa's surgery is in 12 hours, and he's both nervous and excited. This morning, he said something that really hit home. "Dad, when I can run, I'm going to run so fast that all the bad stuff can't catch us. Run fast, kid, you've earned it." This is the last update from me. Thanks to everyone for the support through all of this. Standing up to family can be the toughest thing to do, but sometimes it's necessary.